Hello and welcome back to Rise of Flight. My name is Sven van der Plank and today we're going to be taking this to the skies for the first time with our British pilot here, the Albert Parry. It's the 4th of August 1915, let's read our diary entry. The lads of number 6 Squadron Royal Flying Corps have been harassing us all week for a shot of our new aircraft. So far we've been able to fight them off. What a privilege it is to be chosen to test this new airframe. The first of its kind, the Airco DH.2, arrived in France at the end of last month for its operational trials. All going well, they'll be rolling them out to other squadrons at the beginning of next year. Number 5 Squadron, that's us, has already set about altering the aircraft, fixing the machine gun into a forward-facing position in the same manner the Germans have started to employ. Command doesn't like that, so we've been having to keep it on the down low. Today I'll be taken to the skies to test out this new setup on a couple of captured German trucks. So, number 5 Squadron and number 6 Squadron, both based at the same aerodrome, somewhere to the left of Lille here. Possibly one of these down here, I'm not entirely sure. It's next to a river. How far down do I dare go? No, it's too far. I think it's one of these. Either way, let's get started. We'll just go straight into the mission here. So here we are then in the Airco DH2 for the very first time. Have a look around. Well, first of all, I can see a couple FE2Bs over there. Or these would have been FE2As actually at this point in the war. FE2Bs hadn't quite been rolled out yet. The late model FE2As were pretty much identical, minus a couple of additions that were made later on, but we can talk more about them when we fly those for the first time. Here's the Airco though. We've got a lot of controls, lots to look at in here. I've got something interesting on the right hand side there. I have no idea what that is. Is that my mixture? Okay, no, the mixture is this wheel on the left hand side there. That's not very good. It's difficult to tell what you've got it set to. We have an RPM gauge, a clock, so it is 6:30 in the morning. The sun's very low in the sky over there. Well, it's actually quite high for 6:30. This is in the middle of summer. Got an altimeter and a speed in miles per hour. Also, between our feet there, I have a compass, which is not going to be the easiest thing to look at when we're flying. I guess I have to lean around and look down like that, which is a bit awkward. Now ahead of us though, most important thing, we have the machine gun. Now, we have a number of reloads for it. Unlike the Spandau in the Eindecker, which is belt-fed, this is more of a traditional machine gun. I think it's a Lewis gun, and that needs to be reloaded. One thing you'll notice is absent from this aircraft is a propeller in the front. The propeller is actually behind me here. Now, it's a rotary engine, just like the Eindecker and the Sikorsky, so no throttle in this aircraft. Still got to use mixture and blip switch to control it. Where is our blip switch? That's it on top there. But yeah, the aircraft here is a pusher aircraft as opposed to the more common tractor aircraft. Although in this point in World War I, pushers were pretty prevalent as well. The advantage is you can fix a machine gun firing forwards like this, and you don't need to worry about how to shoot through the propellers. The disadvantage is that not being ahead of you, don't have great airflow over the ailerons for roll, but you have a tremendous amount of airflow over the rudder for yaw and the elevators for pitch, which can be both a blessing and a curse in terms of flying it. This was recorded as quite a tricky aircraft for newcomers, so we'll see how we get on ourselves. First thing I'm going to do is start up the engine. I think I'm on full rich here. Then I'm going to lean out the engine just as I did in the other aircraft for the first time. And a second. Okay, away she goes. Let's quickly drop down the speed here. Okay, right. We're going to need to restart that. Try once again. I want to find that point. Can I sit idling on the runway? That's what I want to know. Okay, it looks like I have to have a little bit of forward travel. Or perhaps not, maybe it's just because I had already broken that inertia. There we go, so I can sit like this. Difficult to find that point. More difficult than the Sikorsky, but at least it exists. I'm pointing right at the sun now. Let's increase our speed and get going. Okay, near enough full fuel here. A little bit of air. And the aircraft looks like it's going to take off by itself here. Okay, we're up. Now we have parked our captured German trucks just alongside our base here, so I'm not going to gain much altitude here. I'm just focusing on the combat today. Now the Airco DH.2 first flew back in June or July, June I think it was, and the prototype was sent to number 5 Squadron in France for trials on the front line. This was months before more would make any appearance, but I thought that was a cool thing that we could recreate here. So it arrived at the end of July, but they didn't have a tremendous luck with it, as I'll explain why in a future video. There we go, got one already. Need to watch my speed, and I need to watch my altitude as well. I think I went right up to about 90 miles an hour here, but level flight looks like it's going to be about 75. Flying too far to the south here. Destroyed bridge right next to our airfield there. Yeah, the field trials for the Airco DH.2 ended in disaster. Now, I'm actually going to make that the subject of my next video. But for now, we're going to continue to practice with our prototype Airco just now. Taking out these targets. You can see the smoke of one of the destroyed trucks. Zoom in a bit here. Has it consumed the second truck there? I don't think it should have. No, he's still up. Okay, here we go. It's actually harder to aim when you're zoomed in like that. Oh, I've got a jam. That jam there prevented me from getting the kill. I think I need to map a reload button onto my sticks or something. Got an unused button up here next to the blip switch. Could easily do it on that. Well, I've got tons of unused buttons. I think ideally I don't want to be using the keyboard at all if I can avoid it. Okay, here we go. Another strafing run. Oh, another jam. Oh, no, it wasn't a jam this time. I ran out of ammo. So as I was saying, it's not belt fed. We've got individual clips. Magazines, that's the word I'm looking for. Looks as if we only have 4 magazines. So we're already used up a quarter of our ammunition there, just destroying one truck. That's going to be a definite downside. Still not sure what this gauge on the right does. It says air on it. It says non-luminous. I think that just means the gauge doesn't light up in the dark. So I noticed that pressing the blip switch there actually stabilizes the aircraft a little bit. Maybe I might try that on this next run. I need to be careful I don't turn off my engine. Oh, is that another flame going down there? I think I maybe destroyed it right at the last shot. Yep, okay, I did get it in the end. Did enough damage. So let's have a look at our flag here. Doesn't appear to be blowing any wind, so we're going to come around for a landing. Simple as that. Fairly short mission. I could take it up higher, but I'm not going to. It's going to be quite a while before we pilot the Airco again. Give myself enough room to come in for a nice slow landing. Nice looking bridge over there. It's coming around. Okay, let's slowly thin out our mixture, drop the revs. Oh, we've got a bit of a hill here. Okay, touching down. Oh, hang on, we're too much of a bounce there. Bit of a heavy landing. But we're safely down. And that's us done. Mission accomplished. That was the Airco DH.2. We'll be seeing it again in the near future, but we won't be piloting it this time. Now, off to the right, I can still see my FE2Bs there. Sorry, FE2As. Did I say this? I think the FE2B wasn't introduced until late September in my research. So the FE2As, the later model ones that were used in France from about May, they were more or less functionally identical. They didn't have any of the bomb load or bomb carrying capacity that the FE2Bs did have, but in terms of performance, they were more or less identical. The earlier FE2As were a less powerful aircraft. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will be back not tomorrow now, but on the 9th of August. So that's 5 days' time, where I'm going to have my first air combat flying with my German pilot, Otto Spiegler. Thanks for watching.